On behalf of all of us here, I extend hearty congratulations to you and the entire General Motors Holden organization on realization of this project, which gives the Australian people a motor vehicle of which they can be truly proud, as they are of the honored name it bears. Good luck to the Holden car, and good luck to all that ride therein.
One of Australia's newest industrial centres is Fisherman's Bend near Melbourne. Now the centre of manufacture of Australia's first produced motor car, the Holden. Australia's Prime Minister, Mr. Chifley, is one of the first to inspect the completed model. Inside the 50-acre plant equipped at the cost of millions, a milling machine...
The General Motors are General Motors Holden, through the Macquarie Network and cooperating stations in all states, present Frenchy and the Living.
They're really scorching along. Everyone's speeding here because this is the easy part. We strike the tough part tonight. An all-night drive through a near desert where water holes are few and far between, where there's no petrol or oil for 600 miles.
General Motors Holdens, a partner in Australia's future.
Her Majesty, looking cool and serene after her tumultuous reception at Ridley Reserve, gives that rather special smile to the young lady presenting the bouquet. The final stage of the visit is at the General Motors Holden's plant, the largest of the industries in Elizabeth. Her Majesty seems keenly interested in future plans for the plant. The latest model cars are inspected.
There's a full-loaded floor, there are more on the floor, and life is suddenly very Monaro. It's very Monaro this year.
Monaro by Holden, Australia's first sports machine. The racy looks of a high-priced Continental rally car, but no fancy moral price.
Perhaps calculation somewhere along the way. So it must be fuel. Those officials can't push the car. If they do, Chivin will be instantly disqualified. Chivin must push the car, and there they go.
Commodore. A new Holden so advanced it will challenge all your ideas about Australian cars.
This is it. This time I know it's for real.
Good luck to the Holden car, and good luck to all that ride therein.
We need the full team there, every member, 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Asking me what I think, I'll tell you. Australians want space, room to move. You've got to be able to fit 3 decent-sized blokes across the back seat without them being cheek to cheek. Yeah, like Holden's used to be.
New Commodore design parameters create advanced new package with more, much more interior space. Result, larger inside than previous Commodore and as large as Falcon. More leg room, hip room, shoulder room, head room. Usable boot space 33% larger and a wagon with more room than ever.
Yeah, well, maybe. Look, I'm no leadfoot, but in this country you need plenty of power under your right foot. I cover a lot of country in my business. You've got to have something to eat up the distance, but not drink up the juice.
All new engine plant, all new standards of team construction methods. Engine configuration, small, light, compact 3.8 litre V6. Multi-point port fuel injection. Delco electronic engine management system with triple coil ignition, anti-knock sensor. Fast burn combustion chambers. Low friction moving parts, balance shaft. Power 125 kilowatts at 4800 RPM, up 10%. Torque 292 Newton meters at 3200 RPM, up 18%. Optional port fuel injected 5 litre V8 engine available. Constant dynamometer testing to determine stress limits of components.
Which, as far as I'm concerned, is utterly meaningless. I don't care as long as it goes. But you're forgetting the most important thing to many women. And there are lots of us out there buying cars, and that's the look of the thing.
Oh, we don't want a car that looks like a block of flats either. I mean, styling makes all the difference in the world to me. If your car looks good, so do you. You'd feel good.
New Holden Commodore, brilliant dynamics, advanced international styling, flush glass. Months of wind tunnel testing created teardrop profile, reducing CD factor by 19% to 0.34. Attention to detail minimizes turbulence. Car needs 15% less power to overcome drag. New quietness in highway cruising, major improvement in performance.
Yeah, what about economy? It's still important, you know. Makes a big difference to my way of thinking.
All new Delco engine management system, checked and rechecked during development by satellite link to the USA. Tested to fail-safe. System retunes engine every firing stroke. Proven super efficient hydromatic 4-speed automatic transmission with torque converter clutch. Overdrive 4th sets new standards for a large powerful engine in a full-size body. City cycle, 11.5 litres per 100 kilometres or 25 miles per gallon manual, 12.5 or 23 miles per gallon auto. Country cycle, 7.6 or 37 miles per gallon manual, 8.0 or 35 miles per gallon auto. 6 weeks in Central Australia, one of the hottest places in the world. Testing 7 months' work in the lab. 6 men, 3 cars. System now confirms Phoenix, Arizona, USA findings. Pulls down from 60 degrees to 25 degrees in 12 minutes. Australian Alps, 8 weeks. Below freezing. 6 camouflaged cars. Heating efficiency improved. System pulling up to comfort level in 6 minutes.
The new, bigger Commodore. More space, more power and efficient aerodynamic styling. A different Commodore from the ground up. From Holden's, a company revitalised and streamlined, geared for production into the next century.
OK, John, can you bring us up to date on the progress with the rear lenses?
To build a degree of quality and reliability never achieved before, Holden's put into action one of the most fundamentally different processes the Australian motoring industry has ever known. The principle of design control teams. Developing a new car demands an incredible amount of testing. But what's different about this new car is that the first tests were on the suppliers. The absolute cream of automotive component suppliers from Australia and overseas were brought together from the very start to work together, pooling their expert resources in a way that hasn't been seen before. This allowed the second major breakthrough. The prototypes were actually assembled from production parts. Parts produced exactly as they would be on the production line. Take these front suspension parts, for instance. They're not handmade. They're exactly the same parts that go into cars you and I will drive, made by the same machines. That way, testing is a really accurate reflection of their reliability.
It's testing with a capital T. These real parts undergo 3 to 4 times real life. They don't just do 150,000 kilometres, they do 1 million kilometres. And they're rig tested until they actually break, because that's the only way to determine the outer limits of their reliability. And there isn't only one test car, there are 30 of them. This way, Holden's engineers have achieved optimum reliability in the new Commodore. It's not just moving parts that are tortured, body parts are cut open and sprayed with salt to check paint adhesion and rust control. Humidity booth testing and salt sprays simulate 10 years of corrosion. Metal parts are polished until the grain is revealed and then examined under a microscope. It takes a lot of very intelligent thinking to help create a new car, and Holden's engineers are smart enough to know that they've got a lot to learn from dummies. Seats and seatbelt strain are measured in tests which far exceed industry requirements. It's not just the dramatic aspects of seating that are rigorously tested. Bounce and squirm tests simulate the action of hundreds of bottoms over the car's life, while windows are wound up and down until breaking point. The amount of wear and tear a car's cockpit gets during real life is literally quadrupled in testing. CAD/CAM, or computer-aided design and manufacture, can take drawings direct from clay models and pass them straight through to the new $30 million presses that have been specially built for the Commodore. Just one example of the huge investment in new equipment to build this brand new Holden. The computer finds out exactly where extra metal is needed for body strength. Bodies are given a tremendous beating, compressing years of stress into just a few weeks. Impossible loads are applied until components break. Vibration tests shake the hell out of them. And then the whole thing is tested over the worst roads in Australia. You'd think by then they'd have finished. Only by testing real production line components like this can reliability be truly confirmed. And remember, parts are being tested up to 3 and 4 times normal life. And with up to 30 prototypes, what's called a reliability growth curve starts to guarantee reliability through sheer statistics. But reliability is more than a solid body shell. It's all about the little things that don't go wrong. So Holden electrical engineers overload wiring looms with huge currents over long periods of time to make sure your car's wiring performs reliably in everyday use. Radiated signals from radio and TV transmitters will not interfere with the car's microprocessor operations, as they're protected with built-in electromagnetic shielding. Colour and intensity of instrument lighting are checked to ensure safe night driving. And next time you switch on the lights, spare a thought for the many hours, day and night, that went into making your lights fantastic. Teamwork. Incredible teamwork, right from the design control teams at the very start of the project several years ago to the men and machines that make the cars. This century's way of working in a factory has gone forever. Next century's methods are here today, and they're much more human. Why? Robots. A good example of the new philosophy behind production of the new Commodore and other Holdens that will follow is the new teamwork between men and robots. Brighter, cleaner, easier working conditions to provide the right environment. To eliminate awkward working conditions, All components of the cockpit module are assembled on a rotisserie-like jig. Once completed, the entire subsection is checked and then simply fitted into position. Teams work on engines at their own speed, making the incredible output of 340 engines a day seem almost easy, and helping make a car that's destined to be known as one of the most reliable in the world. The new Commodore, a totally new shape for Holdens and Australia, 9 centimetres wider and larger all round. A car with the space, power and styling to make it the true international Australian. 5 years and hundreds of thousands of man-hours in the making. Large, family-sized cars that Australian buyers have been waiting for. New Commodore and Calais.
The solution has been built. 5 years of intensive research and development has reached a conclusion. Only once in a very long while do we witness the creation of a totally new concept in motoring. The first completely new Holden Commodore in 10 years is about to be launched. The Australian automotive industry may never be the same again. Space is the key. New Commodore looks spacious. It is spacious. This is the breakthrough for Holdens in the Australian family car market. Come on a journey through the inner space of New Commodore. Space to move, to stretch out. 3 adults in the back, comfortably. More leg room, more shoulder room, more headroom, front and rear. Space to carry more. Even the glove box has doubled in volume. The boot is now a major selling feature for New Commodore. 33% bigger. Easier access with lower loading and more functional space. Flatter tail lamp designs have kept intrusion into the boot to a minimum. The jack is stored securely and quietly right out of the way. Even LP gas conversion leaves more usable luggage capacity than the previous model had in total. New Commodore Wagon, with its longer wheelbase, has an even bigger space story to tell. Space has well and truly been conquered by New Commodore. Power with a purpose. Not only to move a car the size of New Commodore with ease, but the power of performance, of acceleration and response in any situation, of towing ability, yet with excellent economy and reliability. Standard on all New Commodores is the dynamic new 3.8-litre PFI V6. A compact and powerful engine built in Australia by Holden's Engine Company. This engine not only matches the previous 3-litre unit in every way, it has more performance features as well. Multi-point port fuel injected, with Delco electronic engine management and computer-controlled triple coil ignition. Fast burn combustion chambers, with centrally located spark plugs. Low friction moving parts. A single serpentine belt accessory drive gives greater reliability and reduces the number of belts required. An automatic tensioner maintains correct belt tension at all times and eliminates the need for adjustments. A balance shaft incorporated into the engine block for remarkable smoothness and near-perfect engine balance. More power and torque. Improved performance and serviceability. Fuel economy is comparable with a previous model, even with greater engine capacity moving a larger vehicle. Optional on new Commodore in just a few months is the new Holden 5-litre multi-point port fuel-injected V8 with full electronic engine management. The power story is also about harnessing and putting it securely on the road. Transmissions, 5-speed manual, or proven 4-speed hydromatic auto, a design used on such high-performance GM vehicles as the Firebird, Camaro and Corvette. Power-assisted rack and pinion steering is standard on all models. 4-wheel disc brakes are standard. Suspension, the proven McPherson strut system front and 5-link rear. An important refinement in the front is the incorporation of a pendulum stabilizer bar, reduced suspension deflections, improved roll stiffness, better steering response. New Commodores have been road tested for well over a year. Make no mistake, there are no mistakes. New Commodore looks sharp. It is smooth and graceful, with the ability to cheat the wind. Aerodynamically efficient for speed, stability and silence. The styling of new Commodore is not only appealing, but it translates into real improvements. A 19% reduction in drag coefficient over the previous model. Less wind noise as the air is driven over, under and around new Commodore's teardrop shape. A 5% increase in top speed. 15% less engine power is called upon to punch new Commodore through the air. The flush headlamp and grille design means that new Commodore presents a smaller area to the wind. The flush windscreen, side glass and door design means less noise and resistance as the air rushes past. 6-window styling for maximum visibility. Rear door fixed glass, 6th window glass, and the rear glass on the wagon is installed using the new encapsulation process for improved factory fit and finish, true flush glass and easier replacement. Dot fade-out patterns on all glass to achieve a more refined appearance. The rear window moulding incorporates a drip channel across the top and sides to disperse surface water and enhance visibility in heavy rain. Recessed drip gutters in the side doors minimize runoff there as well. Wraparound bumpers and side mouldings of the latest composites for protection as well as aerodynamics. All combine to form the styling statement of new Commodore. Appeal, efficiency, and economy. New Commodore is the perfect balance of space, power, and styling. Increased space inside. The power to move it. And the styling to make it efficient and appealing. A formula for success and dominance in the Australian family car market. A new car, a clean slate, a new standard of motoring that will set a new standard in product quality and customer satisfaction. A car that you can sell with pride and confidence because we got it right. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new Commodore Wagon, and the all-new Calais. Space, power, styling. This is New Commodore Executive, a story of value and practicality. The new Commodore range now starts with Executive, the most superbly appointed base model Holdens have ever offered. 3.8-litre PFI V6 with 5-speed manual transmission, power steering and 4-wheel disc brakes. Options include the 4-speed automatic and later the 5-litre PFI V8. The front-end treatment immediately says that this is the new generation of Holden Commodore. Large, slimline halogen headlamps, metallic grey bumpers with matching body side mouldings, soft form aero wheel covers, a new design semi-concealed wiper system, sweeping a wider area with increased blade life, styled twin rear view mirrors with manual remote control, and a distinctive rear end treatment that clearly identifies New Commodore. The soft form of the interior reflects the aerodynamic design concept of the exterior. New full foam style contoured seats covered in woven cloth. Moulded door trims and handles with coordinated fabric inserts. The all-new interior colour schemes for New Commodore include grey, palomino and mulberry. The grain pattern embossed on all interior plastic and vinyl has been designed to closely resemble the look and feel of genuine leather. Moulded headlining has been introduced for improved soundproofing and finish. The dome lamp is activated by all 4 doors. The soft form dash area and instrumentation has been styled to minimise intrusion into the driver's field of vision, enhancing New Commodore's feeling of space. The contemporary styling and quality finish of the dash is one of New Commodore's most impressive features. Complete control is maintained with easily read instrument graphics and lights. Electronically driven analog indicators have been incorporated for improved accuracy and immediate response. The electronic speedometer eliminates the noise and fallibility associated with cable-driven designs. Warning lights and signals are arranged in a single line below. The lens of the instrument cluster is curved inward, minimizing reflections and the accumulation of dust. Satellite switches on the instrument binnacle allow all control functions to be performed while keeping eyes on the road and hands on the soft feel 2-spoke steering wheel. Controls on the binnacle include dome light, rear window demister, instrument dimmer, wiper washers, hazard switch and headlamps. All graphics and controls are backlit at night for easier viewing and operation. A combination turn indicator and headlamp dip switch on the right is the only column-mounted control. Further comfort and convenience features for the executive include a driver's footrest, adjustable to 3 positions, driver's seat height adjuster. The fuel hatch release is located alongside the seat. A new twin-speaker stereo entertainment system with digital clock, electronic tune, station search and improved night illumination. And a full-length centre console with integrated armrest and storage compartment. At the end of the console, dual outlets for the rear seat area are featured on New Commodores fitted with factory air conditioning. And the rear seat features a wide fold-down centre hatch into the huge boot for access from the interior or long loads. It can also be used as a table between rear passengers. New Commodore Executive. Sedan and wagon. A level of standard features that really means business. New Commodore Executive. You'll love it. This is New Commodore Berlina, a story of distinction and character. The stylish Holden family-sized sedan and wagon now has even more size and style for big Australian families. 3.8-litre PFI V6 with 4-speed automatic transmission, power steering, 4-wheel disc brakes and air conditioning as standard features. Options include the 5-speed manual and in a few months, the 5-litre PFI V8. A silver high-gloss grille sits over body-coloured bumpers. The grey accent continues through to wide grey body-side mouldings and rocker panels. The traditional Berlina signature of pinstripes runs right around. Specific wheel covers. And a distinctive rear treatment with smoked tail lamp lenses. Inside, the Berlina story continues. Velour fabrics on the seats and door trim. Front door compartments, which have been designed with accommodation of the largest street directory and a folding umbrella as the parameters. Carpeted lower door areas. Driver's seat lumbar support adjustment. Reading lamps for front and rear passengers. Grab assist handles. Front passenger vanity mirror. The remote boot release is located in the lockable glove box. Berlina now features an advanced 4-speaker entertainment system, including noise reduction, fader control, and a socket to connect a CD player. Optional on Berlina is a comprehensive electrics pack featuring power door locking, electric windows, power aerial, and electric side mirrors, all offered as a single complete option. In the sedan rear seat, the centre armrest has been incorporated into the centre hatch. As a wagon, New Commodore is now one of the biggest family wagons available in Australia. 300 litres larger than the previous model, an increase of nearly 30%. The increased capacity offers the added dimension of a third seat, able to accommodate 2 children. This seat is offered as an accessory. Exclusive to Berlina wagon is carpet on the rear seat back for a wall-to-wall effect when the seat is folded, and an integrated roof luggage rack. New Commodore wagon is now a versatile and comfortable package that can accommodate a family of 7. New Commodore Berlina, wagon and sedan. Without a doubt, the big Australian family car. New Commodore Berlina. You'll love it. This is New Calais, a story of luxury and prestige. 3.8-litre PFI V6 with 4-speed automatic, air conditioning, power steering and 4-wheel disc brakes. About the only options a Calais owner need consider are the 5-speed manual transmission and in a few months' time, the 5-litre PFI V8. A finely detailed acrylic grille distinguishes Calais from other new Commodores, giving it a more refined, elegant face. A tone-on-tone colour scheme begins with the bumpers and is followed through right around the lower profile. New 15-inch alloy wheel designs extend the soft form aerodynamic feel. A rear end treatment with foil accents is yet another example of the exclusive character of Calais. Inside, Calais succeeds in turning its newfound spaciousness into a world apart. The seating design of New Calais offers even higher levels of comfort and support and is covered in luxury velours. The option of sumptuous grey leather is exclusive to Calais. Soft padded front headrests and rear seat bolsters, plus the addition of padded armrests on all doors. Of course, electric remote control rear view mirrors are a standard feature. The dome lights on Calais feature a 10-second delay to facilitate locating the ignition. Power windows now feature an automatic down facility. A single press of a button fully lowers the driver's window. The system can be operated for 45 minutes after the ignition has been turned off, or alternatively, for 45 seconds after the first door has been opened to exit the vehicle. All window switches are illuminated at night throughout the vehicle. Calais' entertainment package is the most advanced new design ever offered by Holden's. Auto store memory, joystick balance, Dolby, metal tape equalization, CD input, and 4 coaxial speakers for superb sound reproduction. An exclusive 4-gauge instrument cluster with tachometer is featured, viewed through a soft feel 4-spoke steering wheel. The totally new Holden design trip computer has been incorporated with a 3-window digital display providing more comprehensive information than ever before. 9 separate functions. Odometer, current fuel consumption, average consumption, speed alarm setting, distance to empty, average speed, elapsed trip time, fuel consumed, and distance travelled, all very accurate and continuously updated. A new, highly reliable and accurate cruise control system is also standard. Another exclusive Calais feature is the adjustable vehicle speed warning facility. The driver programs a desired maximum speed via the trip computer, and once that limit is reached or exceeded, a warning light will flash on the display. Should this become bothersome, it can be switched off. Additional warning lights on Calais for the awareness of the driver include cruise control engaged, reverse gear engaged, over temperature and low fuel. Controls for the trip computer, cruise control and power antenna are all located on the binnacle rim for effortless finger touch operation. New Calais offers all of the most desirable and up-to-date comfort and convenience features with new degrees of reliability and sophistication. But a popular car with consumers can also become a popular car with thieves. Security has become paramount with new Commodore and Calais. All models now feature double-sided profile cut key systems, making it almost impossible to pick the locks. Security shields over door latch mechanisms also deter forced entry. The remote boot release on Berlina and Calais can be disengaged for added security, allowing boot entry by key only. All entertainment systems on new Commodore and Calais have been installed using special fasteners, making removal without proper equipment difficult. Calais' superlative entertainment package has the added deterrent of requiring a PIN number to be reactivated if ever removed from battery contact. If a thief somehow got past Calais' Cobra alarm system, Calais' electric central locking system and alarm can both be operated with a key ring device from outside the vehicle. Standard on new Calais and optional on Berlina is a remarkable new electronic deadlocking system. By turning the driver's door key an additional 30 degrees, all doors are completely deadlocked, in addition to the electric central locking system. Without the key, the doors cannot be opened from either side. Holdens have taken steps towards turning the tables on car theft with new Commodore and Calais and protecting the property of future Holden owners. New Calais, the full-size Australian sedan that sets a new standard in luxury motoring. New Calais, you'll love it. And you'll really love this. This is the debut of the S package in the Holden range, and new Commodore takes the S design concept to the limit. 3.8-litre fuel-injected V6, 5-speed manual transmission, power steering, 4-wheel disc brakes, and the option of 4-speed automatic. Body colour, grille and bumpers. Body colour side mouldings. and 15-inch wheel covers with red accent. Inside, the excitement continues. An interior colour scheme in dark grey with red accents. Sport cloth and velour upholstery with coordinated door inserts. The driver's seat features height and lumbar support adjustments. The S 4-speaker music system features AM stereo, electronic tuning, station search and improved night illumination. And the S Sports instrument cluster features the addition of a tachometer. In a few months, when the 5-litre PFI V8 hits the market, so will the new Commodore SS, an aero-styled production sports model like no other. New Commodore S will be available in an extensive range of body colours and features FE2 sports suspension for more controlled handling and manoeuvrability. With the option of a limited slip differential, both features will be standard on the SS. Exclusive striping and decals on the S and SS will let everyone know what just flew by. New Commodore S and SS, for those who want to make a bolder statement about the pleasure they derive from driving. Anticipation of the confrontation between new Commodore and the Ford Falcon began over a year ago and has now reached a fever pitch. The 3-year-old Mitsubishi Magna must also be considered a rival as the 3rd volume seller in this class. The moment is approaching for the showdown that can result in only one true winner. In the model stakes, all 3 are fairly evenly matched, each with one body shape in 4 feature levels. New Commodore with Executive S and SS, Berlina and Calais. Falcon GL, S-Pack, Fairmont and Fairmont Gear. Magna GLX, Executive, SE and Elite. All are built in Australia from Australian designs. Ford and Mitsubishi offer wagon variants on all 4 models. With options, these can be closely matched by new Commodore Executive and Berlina wagons. Space is no longer an issue between new Commodore and Falcon. Magna has also lost the edge. Major interior dimensions of new Commodore, Falcon and Magna are now almost identical, with only millimetres of difference between them. Front headroom is almost equal, as is headroom in the rear. In front shoulder room, only 1 centimetre stands between new Commodore and Falcon, with 5 centimetres over Magna. In the back seat, the story is much the same, though things are getting tight in Magna. The all-important hip room is again fairly even in front. But in the back, new Commodore is beginning to stretch out. 4.5 centimetres more than Falcon, and 7.5 more than Magna. Front legroom is almost equal, with the same in the rear. For interior space, we clearly match Ford. Inside, new Commodore is the biggest Holden ever built. Through its glass, door and dash designs, new Commodore actually feels more spacious than Falcon. That big, open, airy feeling of a Falcon is gone. In luggage capacity, new Commodore takes the lead. Nearly 65 litres more volume than Falcon and 37 more than Magna. The wagon story gets even better. Using the black box technique of fitting the largest possible square item, new Commodore wagon is nearly 120 litres bigger than the Falcon variant and 500 litres bigger than Magna. Commodore's ability to fit a third rear seat is obviously no gimmick. Falcon wagon, unlike the Falcon sedan, is still using old-fashioned leaf spring rear suspension. New Commodore's advanced rear coil spring system has a definite advantage in this area. Falcon's 1 in 3 sales ratio for wagons in the past is now one of the biggest challenges for new Commodore wagon. In power, performance and economy, new Commodore again has the right balance with which to steal the jump on the competition. New Commodore sets the pace with its smooth, powerful 3.8 litre multi-point fuel-injected V6 as standard. Falcon is standard with a 3.2 litre throttle body injected in line 6. And in Magna, the 2.6 litre carburetted 4-cylinder Astron 2. New Commodore will soon offer the optional 5 litre multi-point fuel-injected V8. Falcon, a 3.9 litre throttle body injected 6, with optional multi-point injection added on. Magna, the option of multi-point injection on the 2.6. A noticeable advantage of new Commodore's V6 design over Falcon's straight 6 is considerably reduced noise and vibration, especially at high speeds and high revs. The 4-cylinder Astron 2 has to work very hard to move a car the size of Magna. The Holden V6 delivers 125 kilowatts of power at 4,800 RPM. The Ford 3.2 only 90 kilowatts at 4,000 RPM. And the Magna 83 kilowatts at 5,200 RPM. The Ford 3.9 TBI6 generates 120 kilowatts at 4,250, still not up with Holden. And port fuel injection raises the Magna to 93 at 4,800. With a top-of-the-line, high-performance engine option, new Commodore has the clear advantage. The 5-litre PFI V8 produces 168 kilowatts at 4,600 RPM. Versus 139 kilowatts at 4,250 RPM for the multi-point fuel-injected Falcon 3.9 litre straight 6. Of course, V8s are well known for delivering more torque at lower revs, and port fuel injection adds even more to the responsiveness of the new Commodore V8. All 3 makes offer 5-speed manual transmissions as standard. New Commodore and Magna both offer 4-speed automatics as standard on most models and optional on others. Falcon still has a carryover 3-speed. Falcon's need to rev higher in 3rd gear adds to engine noise and fuel consumption. The lower first gear and final drive ratio of new Commodore's 4-speed turbo hydromatic also makes it much more responsive than the Falcon. With either Holden engine, new Commodore becomes the better towing vehicle. Power-assisted 4-wheel disc brakes are now standard equipment, as is power-assisted rack and pinion steering. Vehicle weight is a factor. While they are the same size, Falcon carries the equivalent weight of 2 extra people over new Commodore. This has a direct effect on performance and fuel economy. These 3 engines sum up the economy and performance story, being the volume engine for each model. Of course, the 4-cylinder engine is slightly more economical in city driving. New Commodore is comparable with Falcon in the city, but certainly not as thirsty on the open road. The responsiveness of new Commodore's 3.8-litre PFI V6 is evident in these performance figures. A clear 1.5 seconds faster than Falcon, Magna is left at the lights. Critics of Falcon's ride and handling have noted that the new suspension system tends to be too soft and can fade under anything other than boulevard conditions, which is certainly not the state of most Australian roads. A full load of passengers and luggage can be a very hard ride, with considerable bump through and bottoming out. On the other hand, new Commodore continues Holden's reputation with radial tune suspension designed for all conditions. In power, performance and handling, new Commodore is without a doubt the better car, and this will be a major selling point. The benefits of new Commodore's aerodynamic styling have been well covered. Its appealing new shape will create a lot of interest. Falcon's new shape turned quite a few heads when it was released as well. Magna's styling is now 3 years old and is looking tired. When every single point of drag coefficient can mean improvements in performance, aerodynamic styling is an important factor. New Commodore has a better drag coefficient than either Falcon or Magna. Wind resistance can generate considerable noise as it rushes over the windscreen and around the side window and door surrounds. It has been noted that air rushing through Falcon's wrap-over door design at high speeds generates considerable noise and air pressure, which can literally create gaps between the door and frame. This is not possible with the advanced door design of new Commodore. Both new Commodore and Falcon have flush glass, but a close inspection will substantiate new Commodore's claim to being the only Australian-made vehicle with true flush glass styling. In many ways, styling comes down to what the consumer finds appealing. Commodore has the good looks, plus the space, power and appointments to set the standard for the competition now and into the 1990s. Invite prospects to compare. Welcome it. In space, power and styling, new Commodore has the edge in any competitive comparison.